I sit down, and the lady sitting directly next to me, what was the word you used? Twat love. Yeah, so I was sitting there, and she like lost a hand, and she was like, that's bullshit. That's worse than what that twat waffle did to me. And I was like, lady, who the fuck were you, right? And I got to know her a little bit. And this is a lady who's battled cancer. She's a lesbian. She's a beautiful woman, and she's incredibly hilarious. That night I talked her into doing stand-up comedy. The first time I saw her on stage was at my show here 2 weeks ago. You're gonna love her. She brings an interesting brand, talking about lesbians, talking about life, talking about who the fuck knows. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for my friend, Lisa Sears.
You're really terrific. Don't ever doubt that.
Let's get a few things straight. I'm not. Surprise! Yeah. And you know, I know you guys are all jealous because, well, I'm Fortune's fluffer. Just for tonight, so don't get too jealous and just on this stage. I mean, have you seen her girlfriend? Yeah, I don't think I need to do any work here. But the other thing I want to get straight right now is, yes, I'm growing this mullet on purpose. Because I play the 80s dyke on my show, The Gays of Our Lives. Because, well, I am the 80s dyke. I mean, I've been out since BE. You know, before Ellen. Some millennials over here didn't laugh. Let me explain. This was way back before I knew what LGBT or T even meant. Let alone male, P, QRS, and everything else they're adding to it now, right? And somebody asked me if I was cis. And I was like, yeah, I am a cis. Nope. Are you cis? And I'm like, she calls me cis. Still no. What were you born as and what do you identify as? I'm like, that's easy. I was born a woman and I identify as a lesbian female. Unless the bathroom lines are long. And from the sounds of it, I'm not the only one. Right? I'm not gonna shit myself just because mine's removable. Not happening, so yeah. But this was back when I was a freshman in high school. And this upperclassman yelled, "Dyke?" And I was like, he must think I'm retaining water. That's a damn joke, man. And my mom sat me down, she's like, honey, are you gay? And I'm like, what? She's like, are you gay? And I'm like, why would you ask me that? I mean, kind of look like this. But she's like, because you and your friend want Arby's an awful lot for dinner. So millennials over here, not millennials over here. Catch up. Or Urban Dictionary later, okay? After you leave, don't get your cell phones out now. Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. Come on. But yeah, so I went off to college and there weren't any lesbian sororities at the time. And me and my carpet friends started looking at the Greek alphabet. We're like, what can we create and make our own? And we figured it out finally. I ate a pie. Come on, I know there's some sorority sisters here tonight. I've seen y'all. I walked through the crowd. I saw you guys. Sorority sisters, I know it. But yeah. And this, you know, this was back in the Bush era. And not just the president. Yeah, because back in my day, we had to dig through the bush to get to the bus. The struggle was real. Well, real. So I was real happy, of course, when women started doing landscaping. Well, and, but these women started doing landing strips, and I'm like, that's stupid, it's not a plane. I mean, I know some guys think it's a helicopter, but they weren't doing crop circles. And I'm like, that's stupid. So I did one this way. So when I looked down at my girlfriend, she looked like Hitler. She was mean. She didn't think it was near as funny as I looked did, but she actually stayed for 8 years, you guys. I'm not sure what's wrong with her. But everybody was always asking us if we were going to get married. And I'm like, we already are. She doesn't put out, she takes my money. Straight or gay, it's all the same, right, sir? I saw you nudge. I said, get me wrong. I am for gay or straight marriage, if that's what you choose. I mean, I actually officiated many homotastic weddings, and some straight ones too. But I actually thought about getting married once. Yeah. We'll just call her by her real name. Twelwaffle. We've all dated one, male or female. But yeah, I bought Twelwaffle some wedding engagement rings because I wasn't in my right head, I guess. And after my double vasectomy, I also had a wifectomy and cut that cancer out too. Come on, buckle up, guys. We're not even that far in. But I did put these rings for sale on the garage sale sites, the marketplace. You guys do that? Right? It's addicting. And these women are always like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, thanks for reminding me. I did a better job picking out the rings than I did the bitch I was supposed to wear them. How was I supposed to know when she said she was bi? She meant bipolar. Clarification, she was both, to be fair, so. Yeah, she was, yeah. So anyways, but I go play poker a lot. Are any poker players here? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that's about it. That's all I play. I was playing poker and I met this guy the other day, and he said his name was Ryan Vogelsong. And I was like, what origin is that? And he said, it's German. It means bird song. And I'm like, well, my name's Lisa Sears. It's English. It means bankruptcy. Used to mean a tower also. But yeah. Anybody got tattoos? Okay, there we go. The last crowd didn't have as many as you guys, so. I've realized that you can tell a lot about somebody by their tattoos. Now bear with me, I think you can tell somebody's age by them too. If they have a little rose tattoo up on their chest or an tribal armband, they're usually in their 50s. If they have something on their lower back or a cartoon character on their ankle, they're usually in their 40s. I heard you, I see you over there. She's got one. Is it Mickey Mouse or Tweety? You know, and then if they have the infinity symbol on their wrist, right here, she's in her 30s, along with ones that have the star tattoos, 30 years old. If they have one of those armbands, you know, the black armbands, no matter the placement, high or low, or a big thigh tattoo, usually in their 20s. Am I correct? Yeah. Pretty accurate, right? It's ridiculous how accurate it is. But it's funny because I have my mom's initials on my lower back. Before it was called a tramp stamp. Yeah. And then I got a tattoo right here underneath my double mastectomy scar, and it's a Japanese proverb, and it says, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. And I'm like, that's badass. It's a skank flank, you guys. So now my mom's a tramp and I'm a skank. Very appropriate because she slept with one man in her life and I've slept with none. But I give you an idea of how old I am. I just turned 45 not long ago, and okay, yeah, right? I'm living my best life at 45. I love it. The older I get, the better it gets, man. It's great. But I've learned some crazy things about myself lately. Like, my arms are magical. They keep waving after I'm done. Come on, ladies. I'm not the only one. And I have realized that if the slippery noodle needs a trombone player later, I can fill in, because that's how I read my text. You hold this. But there's one that's more embarrassing, and it's a little odd, but maybe not. But I've learned that I'm into S&M. Some kinks in the house. Not quite like that. It's not like real bad. It's with one woman, and I have to be in her room so I feel comfortable, because it's new to me at 45. It's my first time. And the other day she was hurting me, like really bad, like hurting me. And I was like, pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. And she's like, why are you yelling pineapple? And I'm like, is that not our safe word? She said, no, I'm your chiropractor. So stop. Just stop, okay. But it's funny, when people find out that I had breast cancer, they're always like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, why? Did you give it to me? I mean, I knew you could catch the gay. I didn't know you could catch the cancer. You can't. I've tried to give it to many women. You can't. It doesn't happen. They don't ever think of the positives, you guys. I mean, like, I'm not gonna have to worry about them sagging. Less laundry. And ladies, no under boob sweat. Huh? Suck it. But along with breast cancer, sometimes comes some girly cancers, you know? So I had to go to the doctor, and I'm sitting there looking all sexy with my feet up in the stirrups. And she goes, "You look good." And I was like, "I did shave for you." I think that's what you're supposed to do, right? And she's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." And she proceeded to pull out this wand. Yeah, very large wand. You've had it too. And I looked at her and I was like, "How am I supposed to wear that? It doesn't have straps." I quickly found out because I lost my virginity that day, you guys. I had not prepared for this moment. I mean, this was this year, you guys. I'm a 45-year-old virgin. I just lost it. So I said the first thing that came to mind. I was like, "Do I owe you dinner?" She goes, "I think I owe you dinner. We have a date next week to go get some Arby's." Alright, I'm gonna leave you on this last bit here. So, talking about the garage sale sites. I bought something once from the garage sale sites, and I went to this lady's house to pick it up. And her cat came around the corner. Feline cat. And I was like, "Oh my God, that is the most beautiful cat I've ever seen." She's like, "Yeah, I paid $6 grand for that cat." I wanted to look at her and say, "Lady, you got ripped off. Do you know how much pussy I can get for $6 grand?" I'm Lisa Sears, and you can follow me at Humble Sears Comedy because, let's be honest, and I'm going to introduce you to my new friend, who is, you guys are all here to see tonight, who is just amazing. She has been on the Mindy Project. She has a new show on Sirius Radio. Netflix is a joke. Anybody heard of that? I listen to that every day. She's amazing and she's very funny. Now, I'm not going to let her come out here until you guys get really loud, though. Let me hear it for Fortune Feimster!
Ladies and gentlemen, the USA Mullet Championship at the world-renowned Indiana State Fair USA Mullet Champion, Lisa Sears! Give it up for your champion! Give it up for Sears, your champion on Monday!
Sears. They rocked this for 4 years, same thing, add a little color to it.
Sears like the store?
Sears like the store.
Every morning, I wake up to it.
What's going on in
This
here?
is what's happening in
Oh, is
Fresno.
this a hearing?
It's louder than
Oh.
a nuclear explosion.
Oh, what's
The air
her deal?
is unsafe to breathe.
Oh,
This is what's happening in Fresno. Good day.